The Lord be with you. So as you read through the Gospel of John, one of the questions that keeps coming up is, who are the Jews? So John uses the term in a number of ways. Let me give first a little brief background before I talk about John's use of the word. The word Jew itself, it actually, I think, is rooted in the word Judea or Judah. So the Greek word is something like Judaioi, if you prefer. So it's a word that developed, in the Second Temple period. So, from 400 BC onward, the Israelites called themselves Israelites. They were the children of Israel. They were the children of Abraham. So, for example, you'll notice when the Jews call Jesus the King of the Jews, no, they don't. Pilate calls them the King of the Jews. The Israelites call Jesus the King of Israel in John chapter 12. Okay, are you with me? One of the things you'll see in the Synoptics, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, is that the term Jew is with reference to outsiders. So in other words, an outsider, a Gentile, would say, you Jews. Okay, some of the people from the surrounding areas, those in the dispersion, those who lived throughout the Roman Empire, they would refer to themselves as Jews because they were surrounded by Gentiles. So who are we? Well, we're the Jews. That's in kind of contradistinction to the Gentiles. It's kind of like, for example, I think this would be a good analogy, the way Native Americans are called Indians. It's just weird. The Native Americans would have thought of themselves by their tribe. They would certainly not have thought of themselves as Indians. So also the Jews, for example, for the most part, did not consider them Jews, especially those who lived in the Promised Land. Okay, so are you with me? So it's found, the term Jew is often found in the Gospels and also in John on the lips of Gentiles. Okay, so it's a referent by Gentiles to Jews, or the Jews would refer to themselves as Jews in reference to Gentiles, so the Gentiles would know who they're talking about. Okay, you with me? That's one way the term is used. Okay, another word. John also uses Jew for inhabitants of Palestine, especially in explanation of Jewish customs or circumstances. The aim is obviously to make things clear to foreigners. Okay, again, we have that reference of who are these people? Oh, well, to the Gentiles, they're Jews. They wouldn't know who the Israelites are. All right, number 3. In some passages, the Jews in John are opponents of Jesus, though opposition arises from the context and is not implicit in the term. So in other words, he's not saying those evil Jews, those nasty Jews. It's just those Jews who rejected Jesus because they're Jews, that is because of their religion. They had a religious objection to Jesus. The point in all this is not that the Jews as a whole reject Jesus or that a specific group of zealots does so, but that opposition arises on the ground of the Jewish religion. So you can try all those out, is look around and say, okay, is this trying to help a Gentile understand who these people are, or are they called the Jews because of their opposition to Jesus based on their religion? Okay. Give that a try and tell me if you find a use of the word Jew that doesn't fit kind of one of those two criteria of either helping Gentiles understand who these Jews are, or the Jews as those who are in opposition to Jesus, especially the religious leaders, right? Okay, let me know if that helps. All right, God bless.